windy out here, but I just wanted to show you the flowers and then we'll go inside and be sane in there. Because it's beautiful out here and, you know, we can't miss this. So here is the garden. Magnolia tree getting ready to flower. And every time we're out here now, there's more and more paper white jonquils. And I love this shot. This is a poster shot of all the grey foliage in the garden. It's just beautiful. You have snow and summer at the bottom, the paper white jonquils, and then the artemisia. Good morning, Carmelina. Good morning, Linda. It's great to see you. We're just doing a quick tour of the garden, and then we're going to go inside out of the wind. But I just love how the narcissus nod in the breeze, right? Let's get the poster shot of that. It's just beautiful to watch them. You know, I could take footage and it would be quite meditative. And of course the breeze has stopped, but it'll come back. There you go. Just wait for another little wave. Good morning, Nora. We're just enjoying the outside windy world before we go in. And, you know, this is where the abundance of jonquils is happening now. You can see the very early ones have finished, the ones being held up by the stakes. But there's all these other ones coming out. And then you have yellow tatsetta jonquils along with the white ones. It just becomes this great merry mix. There you go, there's the white tatsetta and there's the yellow ones and the old-fashioned jonquils. Yeah, I love the silver grey too, Carmelina, it's gorgeous. Good morning, Jenny. We're just doing a circuit on the garden to enjoy the flowers. See, that whole row will light up soon. Because it's too windy to be outside, it's too noisy. And here are the early chair, which smell beautiful. So you have to imagine that. They're sort of a double version of the single jonquil that we were just enjoying before. And we have soldiers and sailors just starting to flower. And we have the native ground cover, which I absolutely adore. Amy, good morning! So it's all out here. And I just wanted to show you, but you can hear, and there's the view across to the acacia and the yellow daisy bush. And there's the clothesline, and there's the circle garden, but you can hear that it's a bit breezy out here, so I thought I would show you and then go inside so that we don't have to deal with the wind noise. Just quickly, there's the lemon tree with lemons on it that are starting to go yellow, and I have to show you this. Alright, we've had a bump. Here's the cassia, and look at the fabulous leaves. Isn't that glorious? I love this foliage. We're having a bit of a camel invasion, so I'm going to go inside. Turn this around. Probably just got a little bit too far away from the Wi-Fi router or something. So, here we go, inside. Out of the wind. Through the scruffy laundry that I'm very grateful to have. Into the lounge where it's quiet. And, shut the door, give my husband a bit of peace and quiet, and here we go. So today I want to continue this fabulous, hello thumb, this fabulous conversation that we've been having, and it's really, what has it been about? It's been about the whole looping thoughts problem, and what you do when you just can't stop feeling how you feel and you can't stop thinking how you think, and yeah, I think the camel should go away now. Because it was just, there was a gap in the Wi-Fi. I wasn't very far into the garden, but it just, you know, wasn't playing nicely today. So I wanted to talk some more about that because Amy made this fantastic little, you know, we're having a little conversation a couple of days ago now about the live from a couple of days ago. And you made this wonderful comment because we're talking about how you're trying to figure out why you feel the way you feel. And, you know, and I made the comment, which we've been talking about, that really it doesn't matter. We talked about that yesterday. It doesn't matter at all why. Because the important thing is that there is a process going on in your brain. And if you open your focus and you get heart-centered and you slow your breathing and you start to take control of your autonomic nervous system, you can turn it off. But the fantastic point that Amy made is that while you're trying to figure out what your roving anxiety or your niggling depression or your, you know, just vague feeling of unease or unhappiness or whatever it is, you're actually going through thinking, well, why would I feel like this? Is it because of that thing that happened yesterday? Or is it because I was, this thing happened 50 years ago when I was small? And you're going through, searching through your library of bad things that could happen to you or could have happened to you to be the reason for this feeling. And it was a bit of a, oh my God, how wise is that? How smart. And I mean, I know this, but I'd kind of forgotten this whole thing. That when you go looking for the reason for something, eventually you're going to find one. Oh, I feel bad today because of this. But you might have had to go through 10, 15, 20, because the brain works really fast, right? Neural net, neural net, neural net, neural net, and it's all associated. Morning, Berna! Morning, Nefertiti! So, flip, very quickly. The frontal lobe goes searching through memories and associations and all sorts of stuff to try to find something that fits what you're thinking and feeling. And sooner or later, it's going to find something. It's going to find a memory or a potential future or something, and it's going to fit it to the feeling that you're having. Because how you think and how you feel is your state of being, and that makes your reality. Really, it does. In that instant, it is. Oh, the drawer full of file folders. Yeah, all this crappy, boring work. Hi, Eve. Hi, Julian. See, if you need a reason to feel bad and bored, there it is right there. And how long ago was that? Really? You're still going to let that define you and decide that this is the reason why I feel this way today? What? Huh? So, this is the thing, we always want to understand things. And I have to say, having said that, the subject matter doesn't matter, and it doesn't. It so doesn't. People spend thousands of dollars and so much time getting talk therapy, and there's nothing wrong with talk therapy. It has its place. But they're analysing the emotions that they feel now through the lens of what happened in the past, and all they're really doing is reaffirming, oh, I feel like this because of that, and they're stuck absolutely in prison, in jail, in their past. They can't move out of it because they're just thinking, well, I feel like this because of that, so of course I feel like this, and this is the reason why I feel like this, and it's my identity that I feel like this, and I am this person that had this thing happen to me, and this is why I feel like this, and QED. I can't change, it's who I am. No, it's how your brain is and it's how your body is. You are capable of changing both of those. Because your body gets addicted to the emotions. And remember that the thoughts that create those emotions, the more you fire them up and think them and feel them and feel them and think them, becomes this super white highway inside your head to whatever that feeling is. And I know what this is like because I had a super highway to misery inside my head. Misery, frustration, can'tness, notness, it's not happening, it never will. I'm kind of desperate, I'm despondent, I'm despairing. It's just not happening and it never will. That was who I was, because that was the neural architecture I had. I had such an enriched neural network about this is the reality of Maddie. And I could find lots and lots of really good justified reasons why I felt that way. Yes, a mental filter that we put over the subject that influences how we see things. Absolutely. And the mental filter is, all these memories and extrapolations, because the brain is an anticipation machine. Based upon the past, it anticipates the future. So, we have a past experience, and if it's powerful enough, it makes us draw some kind of conclusion about ourselves, and it does become familiar. You're right, Linda. And then we think, well, this is how it is. And then when we feel walking along, feeling okay, and then some random something in you fires up, and you start, oh, I feel bad now. Oh, why am I feeling bad? That's actually not that, and then the brain does go along the most familiar route. Well, because of this and this and this and this and this, and this random thought that sort of crept into your mind then spirals and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you go into a hell loop, right? The thing to catch is, oh, that's an interesting feeling. Oh, I don't like that feeling. And then the normal thing is to say, oh, why am I feeling like that? That is the instance to say, I don't give a wet slap. I don't need to know why I'm feeling like that. at this point, before this thing, it's just like, it's the first lightning bolt in a storm. Because thoughts really do look like lightning bolts. I've seen pictures of them happening in real time. Hi, Jen! And it's like this little shh that goes through the neural tissue. It's amazing. So it's the first lightning bolt. And when that first thought comes, you have to decide if you're going to invest your energy and your attention, and then your energy in that thought, and investigating it and working it out and digging into and analysing it, by which stage it'll be an enormous thunderstorm, or saying, I don't give a shit, I don't want to know, this is how I want to feel, this is how I want to think, this is who I'm being. I got to open my focus, because sometimes those thunderstorms can blow up really fast inside your head, okay? I'm acknowledging that these things can be deeply entrenched. They're like massive ruts in a wagon trail. And it's very, very easy to just keep going along the familiar path. And it can be very, very challenging to get out of that mental, emotional, biochemical, epigenetic, energetic rut. Because it's the identity, it's the personality, it's who we're used to being. It's really ingrained. And I'm just remembering, what my inspiration Joe Dispenza says. If you analyse some disturbing a situation within the context of the disturbing emotion or situation or whatever it is that created it, you're never going to find the answer. You're never going to find the solution, because that problem was created with and by and through and perpetuated by that emotion, by the way. So as long as you're thinking within the bounds of that emotion, you are never going to get out of that problem. It's just going to continue to perpetuate itself. It's the same as asking, why do I feel this way? Who cares? How do you want to feel? And of course, that's very hard to do when the wagon ruts inside you are really, really deep. Eric, good morning. Great to see you, gorgeous man. But this is the choice. And we all have it. The choice starts with paying attention to notice. To actually notice, because, if you're trolling along through your life and feeling, whatever's normal for you, and then at some point you notice that your brain's gone into a hell loop, there is a point at which that very first thought fired. And your first challenge is actually to notice when that first thought starts to fire, or maybe when the second or third thought that follows it fires. You actually have to start paying attention instead of assuming that going into hell loops is just what you do and you can't change it, because you can. Where did I put my clock? It's still in my pocket from being outside. Okay, all right. So when we have this instinct to ask why, what's the problem so I can solve it, the more useful, the more practical, the more helpful thing to do is say, hang on a minute, I'm having a thought which is leading to an emotional experience that I don't wish to indulge. I don't wish to continue doing and being this, even though it's so familiar and it's so easy. And I remember that my body is addicted to this chemistry, because hell, I've been doing this for 23 years and I don't actually like it, and yet I can't stop feeling this. And isn't an addiction, the definition of addiction, something you really can't stop, If you can choose to stop feeling that way, your body's not conditioned to it. I've got a feeling, I can have another feeling. I have a choice. Cool, great, I get to choose. But if you find yourself being dragged back and back and back and back and back to the same emotional state and analysing it and working it out and trying to reason your way out of it, your body is addicted to it, and you're trying to solve it within the bounds of that emotional state of being, and you're not going to find the answer you seek there. It's not possible. It's not possible, because you're thinking in the old circuitry. And to make something new happen in your life, you've got to create new circuits. And that's the challenging part, because it means breaking the addiction at physical, biochemical level to those thoughts. You can really, truly be addicted to your thoughts. And analysing them and trying to work them out is just part of the addiction. Because the body doesn't care. Let's say, like I talked about yesterday, my body, and I've been watching this, I've been experiencing this, honestly, my body doesn't care at a cellular level what it has to do to get its fix of fear. And I have observed over the last particularly couple of months as no, it's been longer than that, but with increasing clarity as I started to break the addiction, I notice when my body throws up a curveball, it's like it's really digging to the bottom of the barrel. And when things go off, they go off big because they're not small things. It's like it's the last, the final battles that I'm fighting and winning because I know how to do it now and I'm getting better at it. And it just does the weirdest, most random things. It finds anything to have this massive reaction to because it still wants its fix of fear. Still wants its fix of anger. Hi, Bernadette. Great to see you, honey. It is an addict. The body is an addict. And, that's how it works. It gets conditioned to good things or to bad things. Doesn't matter. The biochemistry works the same way. So it will do whatever it can. It will throw thoughts up. You're wandering along thinking, I'm choosing to be more peaceful today. Today I don't want to complain. Today I don't want to bitch at anybody. Whatever you've chosen, and you do that for a while and it's fine, and then suddenly you find your mind spinning off into, la la land. You think, what the hell happened? I made a decision. I want to be peaceful today, and here I am going, that person, they're wearing the wrong clothes, they look stupid. Or wild random thoughts could fly into your head. You think, where the fuck did that come from? It's your body saying, I want my fix. I need to despise somebody. I need to be angry with someone. I need to feel guilty. Oh my God, I need my fix of guilt. What can I do to get my fix of guilt? Because you, the mind, is saying, no, I don't want to do that today. We can totally be addicted to negative thoughts, but this is how it works. Because the thought fires and it pours chemistry into the body. And remember, if you do anything repeatedly, be it playing an instrument, learning to walk, speak another language, all those things are making connections in your brain, feeling guilty, feeling happy, whatever. It becomes a habit. The emotion is a habit. And habits can be very, very hard to break, and they can be very hard to change because your body is conditioned to that habit. It is biologically conditioned. Yeah. You've reminded me, Linda. This is something that Joe says, and I think it's brilliant. Never believe anything that your brain tells you for the first 2 minutes when you wake up in the morning. Do not believe anything it tells you. Especially if you wake up in the morning and think, oh, God, I feel like crap. Don't believe it. Do not believe anything your brain says when you first wake up in the morning. Because what that says is, okay, my brain and my body, I've gone to sleep or whatever, I wake up and it's kind of in default. It's just doing what it's programmed to do, what I programmed it to do. And that's its default, but the default may not be what I want to be thinking and feeling. So I kind of have to grab that, runaway horse and carriage. So, whoa, pull this in, buddy. I do not want to be going along that cart track. We're making a right. This is how I want to think and feel today. I don't accept, believe, and surrender to my own freaking thoughts as always being true. Shuffy, it's great to see you. Hey! So the last thing you want to do is analyse why you wake up feeling shitty in the morning. You just woke up feeling the way you programmed your body to wake up and feel. If you want something different, you have to make a choice. And yeah, it is just a thought until you choose to act it. And whether you feel it or speak it or do it. And I am told that, a bad feeling, we can actually feel when a bad feeling is coming on. If you're paying attention, that thing of, oh gee, I just started to have a thought. At that instant, when it's just sort of starting to land in you, there is a moment where you can say, no, that's like batting away a fly. No. Stop, change. No, not doing it. We have a moment where we can catch the thought and think, I'm not going to invest myself in that. Oh my goodness, my body really wants me to think this way. G'day! My body really wants the rush of oh God, I feel so awful. It does. But I don't want to do that. So the first thing you have to do is you have to notice the feeling, or rather you have to notice the thought. And that takes practice. And if you find your thoughts just walk all over you and you don't notice until they've got their boot on your nose, that's okay. Just make it a choice that you're going to pay more attention. Practice paying attention. Practice staying aware. Morning, Kaya. I can see your little face up there. Just start to pay attention and notice. And as you gain more awareness, you can then, oh my God, I actually noticed that. I let it go by. I believed it. I accepted it. And now I feel like shit. But I noticed it the first time. Whoa! Congratulations, me. I was more aware. And as you get better at practicing and noticing and, then it's, there's that thought. No. Well, but what do I want to think? Oh, I don't know. Really? What do I want to think? Hang on. And then you have to get creative. How do I want to think and feel instead? And you have to decide. And you may not know. So you have to sit and think or walk or whatever, How do I want to think and feel instead? When I notice my brain going off on that cart track, which way do I want to turn? You have to make a new synaptic connection to fire, a new batch of chemistry to pour, to condition your body to a different experience. And you just have to do that over and over and over again. And there are ways to speed up the process, but fundamentally that's what we're doing. This is neuroplasticity, right? You prune apart the connections you don't want by not firing them. And you make new ones by thinking different thoughts and choosing different actions and choosing to feel and think and be and do a different way. That's what we do. And it changes your entire life if you do it consistently and persistently. Yeah, okay. So your job, Kaya, is to notice when you start thinking a self-pitying thought and it's got a feeling, oh no, it's got a feeling that goes with it. And understand your body's addicted to the feeling. But if you know what you're deciding to think instead, and you think, when I think that, it should feel like this, and I don't feel like this, I'm not used to feeling like this, but it should feel like this, so I'm going to practice this, and you're exactly like a jockey on a horse, Linda. It's totally right. You're reining in the horse and saying, no, you're not going to run wild anymore. We're not going over here into self-pity. We're going over into here to say, I am a divine being. I have choice. I am empowered. I just believe something else about myself, and I'm not believing it anymore. Whatever words you have to say. And you practice the feelings. And like me, it took me 11 months to actually connect with joy. It might take you a year to start feeling really worthy. And how long have you felt self-pity? It's nothing. And by the way, the journey's pretty awesome once you start making progress. You see yourself and you think, oh my goodness, I did that. I turned myself around. Yay me! That's when you really start to love yourself, when you overcome. I'm looking at the clock, I'm out of time. Amazing beings, it's delightful to be with you. Drop me your questions. I love answering questions. Big love. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.